thanks. Thanks for that introduction, those kind words. And thank you to the organizing committee, to the balloting committee for the commendable job that they did. And thanks to the Wet'suwet'en for letting us have this meeting on their traditional territories. So why are we here today? Well, I believe it is because we want a better future for ourselves, for our families, for our neighbors, for our communities, for everyone in the Stikine. And it's important to paint a picture of what that future looks like, because as the saying goes, if you don't know where you're going, it's hard to know how to get there. Fortunately, you've told me what that vision is looking like from the past election and over the last 4 years. And here's what you told me. It includes making a living from the land, but still being able to enjoy what it is that we love about this place. In other words, that jobs and a healthy environment are not mutually exclusive. It's a future where our children have opportunities to stay here if they wish and raise families and enjoy a quality of life that lets them live with dignity and in harmony with the natural world. It's a place where we have more local control over what goes on in our own backyards, so that our social and economic destiny is in our hands and not some faraway place of power. It's a place where people from all walks of life, not just a few, have the opportunity to contribute to a greater common good, because we know that inclusiveness makes us stronger and diversity makes us stronger. So that's the vision, but how do we get there? Well, in the Stikine, I propose we get there by focusing simultaneously on 3 things: people, jobs, and the environment. People are our greatest single asset. You can talk all you like about economic recovery or new ideas, but without healthy people, nothing gets done. So what have we seen from the BC Liberals when it comes to people? Well, for 5 years running, we hold the distinction of the province with the highest child poverty rate in Canada. Can you believe that? It's a disgraceful record. And that's your legacy, Mr. Campbell. Do you hear, Mr. Premier? That's your shameful legacy. Jobs. We need jobs in the Stikine. People know how to work, but finding paid work is often difficult. A better balance is needed between depending on external sources and for employment and working on local development initiatives controlled by local people. Our over-reliance on the next big project has not stood us well. Hey, we're talking about relying on the next big thing. What have we witnessed? Is Gordon Campbell's top priority for jobs? Well, he's obsessed with the Olympics. Cost overruns for the Vancouver Convention Centre at $400 million, a skyrocketing security bill. Is this sound fiscal management? And please tell me, Mr. Premier, how is that going to get us one more single job here in the Stikine? His response to our economic crisis up here, not one mention of help for forestry in his budget last week. That is outrageous. That will be part of your shameful legacy, Mr. Campbell. Do you hear that? The environment. It's not a question of jobs or the environment. That's an old way of thinking, but you will hear that brought up in many different ways by the BC Liberals. So what is their record? Well, they give royalty breaks, making it easier for Shell to drill for coal-bed methane at the headwaters of the Stikine, or for the same development to happen in the Telko watershed. They introduced laws so it's impossible to buy meat from our local ranchers, farm gate sales, meaning an over-reliance on meat produced from faraway places. What does that do for carbon emissions and climate change, Mr. Campbell? And they still won't commit to forever banning open-net fish farms from the mouth of the Stikine. They want offshore drilling, super tankers traveling up and down our coast, and some of the best ocean habitat for raising salmon in the world. If we let them continue, they are going to wipe out the last of the wild salmon stocks we have in the Stikine and Bulkley systems. I won't let the salmon go the way of the buffalo. Do you hear me, Mr. Campbell? We are not going to let that happen up here. Now, I'm not the kind of politician who just bashes, so when I'm elected as part of an NDP government on May 12th, here's what my focus will be under those top 3 priorities. People. We need to invest in our people. We live here because of work and the environment. We value our quality of life. We have innovative solutions for issues like housing, healthcare, recreation, literacy. Other places in Canada and the world have universal childcare, free tuition. Why can't we do that up here? The joined-up problems we face require joined-up solutions. That's the approach I'll take. Jobs. This government missed the boat on high commodity prices. There was an opportunity, but we missed out because the Liberals botched it up. Did you notice that not one new mine opened into Stikine while they've been in power? That's because of uncertainty over the land base. They have not understood what consultation means when it comes to First Nations. Look at the court ruling just yesterday regarding the Carrier Secondary and the BC Utilities Commission. Nor do they understand that we need a certain amount of baseline ecological data before we are ready to judge the benefits and risks associated with mega projects in our area. I will work for increasing certainty and improving baseline data that will directly relate to jobs on the land across the entire spectrum of economic development in the Stikine. I have deep experience in both these areas and will bring solutions.